here, my friends, we have a 1,000 calorie breakfast. I'm not joking. It is specifically 94.9 grams of carbs, 53.2 grams of fat, and 43.2 grams of protein for a total of 1,023 calories in this bowl. And not only is this thick and rich and creamy and delicious and chocolatey and just tastes like chocolate ice cream, it's also packed with veggies. The smoothie cubes that I threw in at the end, I have the whole recipe posted on my Instagram, and I showed you guys a couple of videos ago like how I prep those, but they're steamed and then frozen sweet potato, zucchini, and cauliflower with a little bit of goat milk yogurt and some full fat coconut milk. So they're chock full of vegetables, fiber, micronutrients, healthy fats, and probiotics. And then half of the protein in this bowl came from the Organifi chocolate protein that I have been obsessed with lately. Organifi as a whole is like just one of my favorite brands of supplements. It has been for years. If you guys go way back in my videos, I was using their stuff like 4 or 5 years ago. And one of my favorite things about them is the fact that they really prioritize like high quality ingredients, which if you know me, you know is very important to me. Like I would trust whatever they came out with because I know how much they care about the quality of what they're putting into their supplements, not just like the outcome that you get from the supplement. Because you know, you could take a supplement that gets you like a lot of energy or like whatever, or even just like a lot of protein, that's an outcome. But if what's actually in the ingredients is subpar, then the ultimate outcome is less than desirable. Everything from Organifi also tastes amazing. One of my favorite products from them is their green juice, which like actually tastes just like delicious and fresh and minty, whereas most green juices just taste like a blended liquefied salad with some dirt sprinkled in, you know? But the protein specifically, I've also been using forever, and it's absolutely delicious, and the ingredients are fantastic. Like it's free of all fillers, additives, preservatives, lecithins, gums, etc. This is a plant-based protein, and the protein sources come from pea, quinoa, pumpkin, and flax. But it also has a digestive enzyme blend, so to help you. I was actually, good thing I'm reading this because I forgot. I just got digestive enzymes, I'll talk about this later, to help me with my reverse diet. I forgot that this already has it in that, so I won't be taking my digestive enzymes. As a fruit and vegetable blend, and then as far as like the other ingredients go, it's all just like very clean, natural ingredients. It's sweetened with stevia, monk fruit, and coconut sugar, all of which are my faves. And just to emphasize how much they care about the quality of their ingredients, this one is also certified glyphosate residue free. For those of you who don't know, glyphosate is an herbicide that's sprayed on most crops, and as an herbicide it is a toxin, and so it's in a lot of the things that we eat, especially if you're just getting random packaged food. So the fact that they have gone that extra mile to make sure it is glyphosate residue free gets my stamp of approval. So if you're looking for a good high quality protein, I do recommend this one, and as always, you can get yourself 20% off of any Organifi products with the code FitAndNerdy. I will leave a link down in the description box below, go check it out. But what I really want to talk about is why I'm eating a 1,000 calorie breakfast and it still feels like I should be eating more to be able to hit my goals. As you guys know, I am going through a reverse diet, and I have finally hit the threshold where I am struggling. Like I am struggling to eat enough. This week, I've been aiming for 2,300 calories, which doesn't sound like a lot. For most people, it's not a lot, but I am quite short and quite small. So for someone my size, it's actually like substantially more than like the average person my height, weight, activity level would be eating. And I just like, every day I like eat breakfast and then I'm just full the rest of the day. Like I don't even wake up hungry. Like I'm not hungry at all ever anymore. I have to eat before I get hungry to be able to get in all of my calories, which I do want to acknowledge, like up front, is not inherently a good thing all the time, always. Like I'm not saying this is like the healthiest thing to always do, but this is kind of a hump that you have to get over in reverse dieting no matter where you're starting from. So even if I had like slowed my metabolism down to maintaining weight on 900 calories and I'm reverse dieting, trying to eat more, and I get to 1,200 calories, I might get to 1,200 calories and feel insanely full all the time. Does that mean I'm eating too much for my body when I'm eating 1,200 calories? No, it does not. It just means my body has not adapted to it yet. Oftentimes, if you're trying to actively change your body or change anything in life, it does involve a little bit of discomfort that you have to push through and get over to get to the next stage of wherever you're trying to go. So right now in my reverse diet, the thing that I have to get through is just feeling very full all of the time. That's why I ordered some digestive enzymes to help me out. But basically, because I've been struggling to hit my calories, I've been kind of restructuring my meals. You guys know normally I like to eat like 2 big meals and then maybe have some snacks and have some dessert, but I have been prioritizing like 3 bigger meals and also just trying to get in as many calories into those meals as possible. That is why I'm starting my day with a 1,000 calorie chocolate smoothie bowl. So I grabbed a kombucha because yum, I am about to head to the gym. I'm gonna take some creatine. So I've been reverse dieting for like 3 months now. I think I started at the beginning of February and now we're at the beginning of March, May, we're in May. And I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been as on point with my calorie increases as I would have liked to have been or was in the past, but I think it's still working pretty well for my body. I haven't like weighed myself very consistently or regularly just because I've felt heavy, not because I think I'm gaining fat. Like when I look at myself I pretty much look the same, but like because I just feel so full all the time, I just feel heavier and I tend to not decide to weigh myself when I feel like I'm going to be heavier than I naturally would be anyway. But like when I have weighed myself, I've gained just a couple pounds and like I look basically the same, so that is telling me that I'm doing a good job with my reverse diet. But I'm currently eating like 600 more calories than I was at the end of my cut, so you know, we're not doing too shabby. Anyway, I'm off to the gym to get a little workout in. I've been like hitting PRs, feeling really good in the gym, just like stoked to be lifting at max capacity and making all of the gains. Let's go. Update, just took me an hour to get out of the house because I was chatting with my roommates, but it's fine, we're at the gym now. Let's do a workout. That workout felt amazing. It's amazing how good workouts can feel when you're eating enough, when you're eating in a surplus, when you're eating to fuel your body and give it the energy that it needs to get a good workout in. Like, oh. A lot of people hate exercise or think that they hate exercising or working out in the gym. If you're one of those people and you've never actively eaten more and tried resistance training, I challenge you to do so because yeah, it's very fatiguing and tiring and exhausting. I just used a bunch of synonyms. It's not as fun when you are eating 1,200 calories as it is when you're eating 2,300 calories. The magic of reverse dieting. It's lovely. It's wonderful. So sweaty that my glasses keep slipping down my nose. I'm gonna go home, make a little post-workout lunch. I am very excited for my lunch. This has been like my go-to midday meal lately, like packed with protein, delicious, super quick and easy to make, and it makes me happy. I use the Siete almond flour tortillas, and I've been using the Misha's cashew cheese. I don't really have a cashew cheese brand preference, it's just what's available at Whole Foods. If I'm being honest, last time I reverse dieted, I feel like it was more fun just because I had more time. And so I was eating a bunch of like new and different foods and like having fun, just like adding a bunch of things to my diet that I hadn't really been focusing on before. And it forced me to like think outside the box, to think of new fun ways to eat more calories. And this time I just have like no time. Like I'm just kind of grinding nonstop, creating my reverse dieting course, and so I don't have time to think about food. So I am just like eating the same things over and over, which is fine. Once the course comes out July 1st, I will have plenty more time and I will be able to experiment with all different kinds of foods because I will be maintaining at least like 2,300 calories, and so I will change up my lunch at the very least. I'll probably keep having the same breakfast because a chocolate frosty bowl is my fave. So since I gave you the macros for my breakfast, I might as well give you the macros for my lunch. This was 506 calories, 62.6 grams of carbs, 17.3 grams of fat, and 33.8 grams of protein. And that's including the kombucha that I drank earlier. I just logged that with my lunch. Oh, I forgot the cherries. Hold up. Makes it 549 calories. 74 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fat, and 34 grams of protein. There we go. So I'm actually working on my reverse dieting course right now. The section that I'm working on is the importance of the different macros, why you need to prioritize protein and carbs in your reverse diet, the benefits of adding more fats in your reverse diet, and then how to kind of structure the increases of the macros to best benefit your progress while reverse dieting. So right now I'm literally reading scientific articles on how protein affects TEF, or the thermic effect of food, which is just how many calories your body expends trying to digest the food, and protein has the highest TEF of any macro. So if you eat mostly protein, you will burn more calories trying to digest your food than if you eat mostly carbs. Not that that's a reason to eat only protein, like there are drawbacks of that too, so we're gonna talk about that in the course, but basically I'm just reading all the science and interpreting it and putting it into the course, and it's a lot of fun. I am out for a little pre-dinner walk, because I've only gotten like 4,000 steps today because I've just been like sitting at my desk working, and so I wanted to get a little bit more activity in before I settle in for the night and watch some Peaky Blinders before getting back to work and doing more work on the course, but B, to try to stimulate my appetite a little bit because I am not hungry for dinner, like at all. I'm full. And just a little bit ago, I was telling my roommate about like how not hungry I am and how I kind of like don't really feel like eating dinner because I am full and happy and satiated, and she's like, that's kind of, you know, a nice problem to have. Like being a little bit too full is better than being a little bit too hungry, and she's absolutely correct. Like going through a reverse diet can be uncomfortable because you are pushing your body to adapt to something that it's not used to, but it's a lot nicer than going through a cut and having to push through slight hunger to get your body to adapt to something. So while it is kind of annoying to feel like I have to eat when I don't really feel like eating, I much prefer it to feeling like I can't eat when I'm hungry. And this again is just the magic of reverse dieting. Like I'm basically maintaining my weight. Yes, I've gained like maybe 2 or 3 pounds, but that was within 3 months and I basically look the same, so like at least half of that was muscle gain. And I'm now eating 600 more calories. I am more actively incorporating things like pizza and ice cream into my diet in order to hit my calories. And I talked about this in my fear food video that I just posted recently. Like I am actively having to incorporate a lot of people's fear foods into my diet just to get to my calorie intake, which isn't necessarily where I want to be forever, but for now, for my goals, like it's kind of refreshing. Like when I was cutting, when I was actively losing weight, I had to plan around things like holidays, or like if I knew I wanted to go out with my boyfriend, or if I wanted to like just do something that involved more food than I necessarily needed for my goals at that time. But now the things that I have to plan around are days when I know I'm gonna be way too busy to like cook more food and make sure that I'm eating enough. Like I have to make sure I take snacks with me. If I don't eat enough that day, I have to seek out ice cream and like fill in the gaps with that. And so it's just a very different mindset to be in, and in my opinion it's a much happier mindset to be in. But yeah, I do think I am starting to cap out on my calorie intake. I was gonna try to push to 2,500 because that's what I did last time, but even last time I wasn't really happy with— there's a cat. Hi, can we be friends? What do you think? Hello, good sir. No, come back. Anyway, last time I reverse dieted, I made it to 2,500 calories, but I honestly felt like that was too much for me. Like I was having to, like I was actively eating candy every single day to be able to eat that much. Like I had to resort to more processed foods to even be able to get the number of calories in my body. And at that time, I was training heavy 6 days a week, and I'm not training that much anymore. I'm training on average like 5 days a week, but I'm only training like 45 minutes-ish when I go into the gym, so I'm training significantly less. So there's no reason to expect I should be able to eat as much as I did last time. So I honestly don't really see myself ever wanting or needing to eat more calories. Potentially if I did like an aggressive bulk where I was like actually actively just trying to put on as much muscle as possible, and if I gained like 5 or 10 pounds of muscle over the course of a year, like then maybe I would need more calories. But I don't know, I feel like I'm at a bit of a crossroads because I feel like I'm at the point where I'm at like my happy place. So I think what I'm gonna do is kind of just let my body like settle in to the 2,300 calories, see how it feels, and then if I get hungrier, keep reverse dieting, keep increasing. But if my hunger like never catches up to that and I still just like constantly feel full, then I will either just try to maintain at 2,300 calories or even scale back just a little bit. So for dinner, I prepped burrito bowls the other day. So this is a mixture of ground chicken that's mixed with, I think, chicken liver and chicken heart and maybe one other organ. I'm not sure. Basically, it's chicken with organ meats mixed in, and then a mix of beans, some rice, and there's also a ton of cheddar cheese melted in here. So this is just like the good stuff. And then I'm gonna chop up some romaine to get that crunchy lettuce, some onion, a little avocado, lime, and I'm gonna throw in some salsa. So when I made this, I made 4 servings because it was an entire pound of chicken. So I'm actually eating half of all of this. This is all going in my dinner tonight. Oh no, I dropped it. Now that I actually have my dinner in front of me and I'm eating it, I'm a lot more excited to be eating it. Like, I wasn't hungry, but now I'm actually feeling kind of hungry. And like, now that I'm eating this, my stomach's like, yes, feed me. So this is good. I feel like the camera just made my hair look a lot darker and I'm channeling like Wednesday Addams vibes, but whatever. I had 50 calories left to hit my goal, so I decided to make myself a little low-calorie hot chocolate. Honestly, I know I was complaining for half this video about how much I have to eat to hit my calorie goals, but one of the things that I was super excited to be able to do with increasing my calories is have my like dessert adaptogenic hot chocolates as a regular part of my life again. Like, that used to be my favorite thing ever. I didn't stop doing it because I was trying to cut calories or anything. I just kind of like slowly phased it out, but I miss it and I want it back in my life. And usually those adaptogenic hot chocolates were like 300 plus calories. So if I'm only eating 2,000 calories a day, it's a little bit sad to waste 300 calories on a hot chocolate. But when I'm eating 2,300 calories a day and struggling to eat enough calories, the hot chocolate has got my back. Oh my God. So much nostalgia in like a late night hot chocolate. But today, since I didn't need 300 calories, I only needed an extra like 50. I decided to make an Organifi chocolate gold. Yes, this video is sponsored by Organifi. No, I wasn't intentionally trying to cram as many Organifi products into this video as possible. I was literally sitting here thinking, what can I have? I want a hot chocolate. I should make some Organifi chocolate gold. Oh, this video is sponsored by Organifi. That's gonna feel really forced, but I did it anyway because I genuinely wanted to have it. I've talked about this in multiple other videos too, so I will spare you the details, but I do absolutely love it. Like, it's basically hot chocolate, but it has turmeric and reishi and turkey tail and a bunch of other like amazing adaptogens in here, and it's just delicious and calming and perfect for bedtime / perfect for when I was quitting coffee and trying to help like my central nervous system re-regulate itself. But anyway, that is what I'm having for dessert. So all in all, that brought me to a total for the day of 121 grams of protein, 226 grams of carbs at 103 grams of fat for a total of 2,315 calories. So I've told you guys I'm trying to hit 2,300 calories on average right now. As far as my macros go, I'm kind of just aiming for minimums at this point and then filling in the gaps wherever. So I am trying to aim for roughly my body weight in protein just to help with muscle protein synthesis and all of that good stuff. And as far as carbs go, I'd like to hit minimum 200 every day consistently. So like day to day, no less than 200, but if I'm like way over 200, it's fine. And then my fat, I genuinely don't set a minimum for myself because if I wasn't paying attention, I would mostly eat fat. I just love fat. All of my favorite foods are just high fat foods. So I have to actively try to eat more carbs to keep my carb intake up because carbs are really helpful while building muscle, while trying to boost your metabolism and all of that good stuff. So I honestly don't even pay attention to fat because I know I'm gonna eat enough anyway. Like the last 2 days, I've eaten about 100 grams of fat. So I know I'm not gonna undereat it. If I were trying to be more particular and trying to be like as on point as possible to like maximize my results, I'd probably lean heavier on the carbs and keep the fat a little bit lower because I probably honestly could get a little bit more benefit from closer to like 300 grams of carbs, but I don't care enough. Like if I don't gain literally as much muscle as possible during this process, and if I gain an extra half a pound of fat during this process, I don't care. I'd rather just eat the way that makes me happy during this process and get like good results that I'm happy with, rather than trying to be like super specific with everything and go out of my way to make sure that happens to get like the best results possible. Not that that's a bad thing. Like if you're like super stoked on like tracking precisely and doing everything precisely, you just like want to get at it. Like I've been in that space before where I was excited to do things perfectly and to like get the most effective possible results, and like it wasn't in an unhealthy obsessive way, it was just in like I'm excited to do this way. So like if that's you, that's totally fine. That's just not where I am with all of this right now. I'm making lots of other exciting life gains that I think I'm more excited to be like honing my focus in on and prioritizing my time and mental energy on than with like physical gym gains. So just a different phase of my life, that's okay. But I do still have gym goals and aesthetic goals and stuff like that, so I'm still working on them. Just taking my time. Anyway, this is gonna be the last thing that I eat for today, so I think I can end the video here. If you guys have any questions about reverse dieting as a whole, please leave them down in the comments below. I'm gonna make sure I address every single little question I've ever gotten about reverse dieting in the course that I'm working on, but also I could address some stuff in a future video because I will keep you guys updated on this process. Let you know how I'm feeling, let you know when I decide with my calorie intake, if I want to keep increasing it or if I just want to chill here. Anyway, questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It really does support me on my channel. I really genuinely appreciate it. Make sure you go check out Organifi, link down in the description box below. Use the code FITNERDY to get yourself 20% off. Share this video with your friends, your family, your neighbors, anyone that you think could potentially benefit from going through a reverse diet. Send them this way. If you want to see more videos about reverse dieting and health and fitness in general, you can check them out over here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to see future videos and see my final results from my reverse diet when I finish eventually. I don't know when that'll be. Hit the little notification bell so you get notified when I post videos, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.